As those of us on Medicare and with supplemental insurance, how is this plan going to affect us?
I think in terms of the plan moving through Congress, I think it's really an open question, because part of the way the administration has said repeatedly that this is going to be deficit neutral, that it will not add to the deficit or the national debt. And so one of the ways that has been talked about by some on Capitol Hill is essentially cutting funding in Medicare. Specifically, the deal in the bill that moved through the Energy and Commerce Committee cut $100 billion out of Medicaid. And so I specifically can't tell you what the impact in the short term is on Medicare. But I can tell you that as Washington goes looking for a way to finance a government-run plan without raising taxes unnecessarily or without adding to the deficit, existing public systems like Medicare and Medicaid are where they are looking. And you don't need to go any further than local healthcare professionals to hear about Medicare reimbursements and the Medicaid system today. We're already struggling to find the resources to keep those funds afloat. That's why you said you have a supplemental plan. Most Americans who have Medicare, which is all Americans over the age of retirement, also have a supplemental plan because Medicare doesn't cover everything that you want to have covered. And so that's the short answer to that, is we don't know, but that is where they're looking. And again, I want to remind everybody, we're running a $2 trillion deficit this year. $2 trillion deficit, that's the annual shortfall. That's a 10 times increase from a year ago. We're set to double the national debt in 5 years, triple it in 10. And so if you wonder if the government gets more involved in healthcare, whether there's going to be more and more rationing and reduction, we're going to have less resources. Next question. Yes, question on the podium? Let me try a written one here. This is from Larry. Instead of such a massive, all-encompassing bill, why not counter with a simpler, single-topic bill like cost control, access, or coverage? Larry, I agree with you completely. I hope what I just described in terms of association health plans might get at your suggestion. And I do believe that while forums like this are being much maligned around the country by some in public office, I believe that as the month goes on, it's going to become more apparent to many of my colleagues in the other party in Congress that this isn't some contrived thing, that this really is the American people letting their voice and their importance be felt. And my hope, Larry, is that when we come back to Capitol Hill, we'll be able to set aside a government option plan and work to reduce the cost of health insurance while preserving the private free market system. Yes, sir.
Dick, and I want to know what you think about the immigration and the anchor babies.
We talked a little bit about this on the WOWO this morning, the whole issue of birthright citizenship and the rest. One thing I'll tell you is I think this